Tools exist to make life easier. In the context of software development, tools make following the process easier. They are there to support you, not replace your brain. Just because there is a tool for the job does not mean you should use it. A good example of this is code review tools. I believe that code review is best conducted face-to-face. In a previous video, I discussed the various purposes of code review, including sharing of ideas and mentoring. Tools that support distributed code review, where the team members cannot meet each other in person, may actually be harmful in a geographically located team that can meet face-to-face. Remember that software development is a human affair. That said, I am now going to discuss several tools which are of use in the software development process. The most critical of these tools, in my opinion, is the version control system. Other tools include task management, content repository, iteration planning, and source viewer. Any professional software developer not using some kind of version control system should be considered negligent. This may sound harsh, but consider the investment in software. Every day of a software developer's time is worth hundreds of dollars. Failure to implement a version control system puts all of that investment at risk. Version control allows you to obtain a copy of your project at any time. By tagging your repository, typically at each version or release, you can easily find specific points. Without version control, I have seen codebases littered with commented out code. There really is no excuse for not using some kind of version control system in the modern development world. The real question is, which version control system should you use? Right now there are three popular options. From 2006 I've been using Subversion. Subversion is the successor to CVS, a popular open source version control system used by hosting sites such as SourceForge. Subversion fixes several limitations of CVS, such as moving and renaming files. Along with other central repository-based version control systems, Subversion centralizes control. While effective in teams inside a single company, it is less suited to open source development with distributed independent developers. Linus Torvalds, the originator of Linux, has developed his own version control system to cater for the widely distributed and independent developers that work on Linux. It's called Git. It is different from most other central repository-based systems, as it holds a complete copy of the source code repository on the developer's own computer. In this way, the developer can commit changes to their own repository. Git is not without complexities, but it does provide a more democratic approach to version control, as there is no central authority to control commits. However, in some respects the central repository model probably suits companies who do not want copies of their entire repository floating around on developers' computers. In addition to Git, there is Mercurial, which shares many of the features in common with Git, specifically its support of distributed code repositories.